you know what I mean? I look at everything. So, I mean, because certain things, because I believe that everything's a case-by-case scenario. Like, certain times you have people that have to do a choice. Sometimes people have to have choices. Sometimes you can't have the black and white choices.
You have a choice to strap up or not, too.
Exactly.
So,
okay,
you don't
bro.
know what's going on. Sometimes people have choices.
Like Mickey just hit a really good point. When she said you have to treat the person different, that don't mean you have to agree with whatever it is they're doing. Perfect example. Let's say that Nene had a cousin, he was flaming, gay as hell. You know, I don't fuck with the gay lifestyle. I don't agree with it, but I don't care what motherfuckers do in their bedroom.
We may be cool
I just don't want a
agree
motherfucker kissing in public and shit like that. So if I come over here, I'll be kidding just like anybody else. I'm like, man, fucking well, man. I come over y'all crib and I'm fucking fat. I ain't gonna be like that, but I don't agree with the lifestyle you choose.
I don't agree with it.
But it's a lot of stuff you be like, well, that's the way the world is now.
Yeah,
and
you do.
a lot of times you say
I've
that.
oh my God,
yes, you have.
that.
When they go to the house, you
pro-choice.
say that.
You know she's not. You know she's not gonna lie.
I've always said no because you guys are trying to twist my words.
You flat out said that, bro.
Let me say what I'm
Jimmy, that's how the world is now.
I'm gonna say, look, hey, if somebody wants to be the way they want to be, I don't care as long as it doesn't bother me. Now, do I want it? Do I like people being gay? No, I think that shit is weird. It's crazy. It's not natural to me. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. But if that's what you choose to do, if that's what makes you happy, do you, man? Just, hey, stay out your way. I'm gonna stay out mine. If we can, you know what I mean? I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to judge
I feel
nobody.
like you said that at first.
That's not what he said.
Like that.
He flat out said.
I've always said it like that.
Bro, I wish we had that one on the
But I mean, I'd rather everybody be open and honest than have to be living in shame. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about that though.
You know what I mean?
Okay, now what are we talking about, guys? Right now,
where we at? We're over here talking about how it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
We're gonna get where we're going.
Yeah, it does, but it does matter.
That's where we going.
Because right now we're having a prerequisite argument about how everybody's opinion is before we go into these topics because they're major. So look, just because you talking about my liberal ass and I believe in choice and all that, that's fine. And you want to have structure, so you believe in structure.
Absolutely.
And that's fine. I believe in structure
what
too.
What is life without structure?
Exactly.
You can't just
but what's
be out
life
here
without
doing
being
whatever
having
you want
choices?
to do. People gonna be people already do it, but people over here having sex with animals because it's the way they feel.
Now that's BC. No. I'm not with that. I think that's nasty.
With it, but I'm just saying.
I would be like, ew.
But you give people a pass. You give people a pass a lot. Like that's the popular thing to do.
You can't relate bestiality and being gay.
We're not talking about being gay.
There's different levels to certain things.
I wish I could remember what the topic was.
It's the same. Everybody going through the same damn door,
Mickey.
though. Okay,
Mickey.
I'm telling you, you start one thing, people can trick off with their mind. That's why pedophilia is raving in America. Not just in America. That's overall. Okay,
well, that's nasty.
I gotta give you a fist bump. I gotta give you a fist bump.
With a man before that happened.
I gotta give you a fist bump. So I'm glad you just brought that up. Okay, pedophilia.
I'm just saying.
Now,
whoa. Before we even get this, don't argue me like I'm like no.
I know you're not. That's why I'm using this. That's why I'm using this.
We're not saying
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm using this. Pedophilia. You feel like there's absolutely positively no. Because right now they are making moves to make pedophilia legal.
Yes.
I'm not with that.
Okay, so you're not with that. You're not with that.
That's
but you can't pick you can't
do that.
Okay, but look, but you can't go through picking immoral causes that that one I don't care if they do because most people doing it. This one I'm not with. Yeah, you got to have a line. Where's your line at?
So where's your line at?
I told you my line. My line is not subjective. You have a subjective line.
I have a case by case subjective.
That's subjective.
You're right.
I have an objective line. I have an objective line. My line is objective. No matter whether I do it or no matter whether the next person do it, I know what's wrong because she said I got 5 Bibles in here. That's what I judge whether right or wrong is. If it's wrong in the Bible, it's wrong to me. You feel me?
I feel you.
Even if I do it. So that's
and I totally agree.
No, I'm not a hypocrite.
No,
I'm not a hypocrite.
You believe it's
if I do something and I know it's wrong, it's gonna make me a hypocrite. That make me fucking
stupid.
It does.
And you're wrong.
And we're all stupid.
But you chose to be wrong. And if you chose to be wrong and you know you're doing wrong, see, there's a whole different.
But that don't mean that line got to be crossed. You don't have to bend your line because of
that. Because look, I'm a firm believer in if you know that you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing,
that's called free will,
and you do it, that's on your ass.
Exactly.
So you should be. That's one thing that I believe in.
You're going to have a consequence to pay for that. And I know.
The standards I make in myself, I don't break my standards because I'm not going to break my morals. That's your moral compass. How can you break something if it's not a peer, if you say I go by the Bible, then that's your moral compass. That means you got to go right and wrong by it.
I didn't say I live by the Bible. I say I judge morality.
We do a lot of stupid stuff that's called sins.
But there's certain it's all sins.
All he's saying is that he has a
what are your sins?
Significant line whether he crosses it or not. It's a line.
Yeah.
Like there's something needs to be drawn in the sand.
Yeah, if you draw something, I don't make it.
I don't make an excuse for it. What I'm saying.
If I draw something in the line, I'm gonna stand by the line.
There is no excuse for it.
Everybody knows that. You know, I draw something.
Let's take fornication. You're not supposed to fornicate.
I don't believe
I fornicate, right?
I don't believe in that.
Okay, that's a belief. We're not
I don't believe
okay, we're talking about we're talking about my objective line.
Yeah.
According to the Bible, fornication is wrong. But I fornicate.
But you just said you believe in the Bible.
I know.
You're wrong.
Listen.
Because you believe
I know that is wrong, and I know that I'm going to have a consequence for that.
Every day.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just have to be, am I big enough to accept the consequence of it?
Yeah, you got to deal with your consequences.
Right.
However,
that don't mean I'm gonna be like, oh man,
let me bend the line a little bit.
Making him choose. Well, you know what? That was back then when fornication was wrong. Fornication is not wrong now. I'm not doing that. I understand.
I'm not gonna break my standard of who the fuck I am. That's what I'm basically saying. So I live by that thing. So certain things that I agree with and I don't agree with, I will draw a line right there. Like I will fall out with any and everybody over what I feel
but your lines are
wrong.
Subjective, though.
You know that. It's subjective to a person to a certain extent. I mean, everything.
No, it's subjective,
because everything that happens in life isn't black and white. There's gray to it. Like, if somebody be like, yo, something happened and woo, somebody ended up dying, doesn't mean you're just flat out cold-blooded murder. Something could have happened.
That's something different.
That's black and white. If you go by that, there's black and white.
Even my objective lines, there's a difference. Like, now I'm supposed to commit murder, but there's a time to kill. So it's not everything is not just lumped in one big.
It's not one big thing. So, but that's the case. But if you go by law, go by law, like y'all trying to hit me up with, if law is a killing is a killing. This is that. So I don't.
No, it's not. Even in the laws of man, even in man's law, killing ain't a killing.
Exactly. If you doing that out of self-defense, they have a whole nother different way they treat
on what state
you
you're in and how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? So there's different things to different folks. So it's like, but I like if you go and we watch something, right? We watch some crime show. I might relate to the criminal because I feel like he's doing what is in his parameter of doing. Like there's in the structure of choices in life.
But that don't mean killing is like, not right.
It's like
killing is always wrong.
Killing is always wrong.
Okay, that's the line that we're crossing. Now, there's always exceptions to rules, but that's the line.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
but there's always exceptions to rules, so I always look for
instance,
what is the exception to this.
You don't have to be subjective about it.
What is the reason?
And then, it's so deep. God might even allow you to do some things that's out of the perimeter, and then you still have to face the consequences, like David. God sent David on missions to take out whole clans of people. But then when it was time to build the temple, he was like, oh, you got too much blood on your hands. You were a warrior king. You are not the king to build my temple. David probably like, whoa, all the people I smoke is for you. You told me to smoke them. But that's still still a consequence.
But look, there's more to David than that, because you know what I'm saying.
Of course,
so there's more stories to that.
Yeah, but I'm using that particular story as an example.
That particular story, but there's more context to it. You get what I mean? There's always context into things and decisions, so you can just say,
the context was God told him to wipe them people out, and he did.
But you got to look at the time frame. It wasn't just best as he laid everybody out. He was doing some other stuff that he wasn't supposed to be doing anyway.
But the reason God gave him for not building the temple was because he had too much blood on his hands.
You know what? I like to call this shit. I like to call this the Bill Cosby paradox, right?
How?
Because this is what I'm saying. The Bill Cosby paradox. This is the thing.
Everywhere?
We're not jumping. It's
yes, we are. We were talking about feminism.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
The line structures,
but right now,
we had abortion in there.
We're going to get to that. It's all going to make sense. It's all universal. Look, but that's like the Bill Cosby paradox, and this is what I'm saying. It's like, because so many people, like, he did all this great stuff, but then he did some of the most sinister stuff. So where do you draw the line at?
Where, you know what I'm saying? Where the line needs to be drawn at,
okay. Right? So that's the same thing with that. You can't. It's all objective. But like, if he did what he believed in and what he portrayed to be, he wouldn't have the issues that he would have now. You get what I mean? So that's because he did the greatest things doesn't mean you're the one that's supposed to be in the fucking castle either. It's the same relation. You get what I'm saying? It's the same relation.
No one's disagreeing with that.
No one's saying that.
So it's like, I just feel like the David thing is a bad example. That's what I'm attacking.
You said, what's the bad example?
No, it's not a bad example because it's written in the book, so there's a line. But there's a line. Yeah, there's a line. He wasn't able to go ahead and build a temple.
Yeah, there's a line. So like, if there's a line, so if you could take like when y'all say you have to draw the line about some stuff. Like, I don't agree. I'm never in my life going to be that.
But I'm sorry.
I will never in my life
would be retarded.
It'll never cross my mind. Not never. Right? I don't have a problem with nobody's gay. I don't agree with it. I think it's nasty. I think it's gross, and I think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? However, if somebody lives the perfect and they're the greatest person and they're gay, I don't think they're just straight going to fucking hell either. Because I think there's a certain thing to it. But it's like, but you're saying it leads to somewhere to something.
Open. That's too free.
It's not too open for me.
Yes, it is. Because you can believe in the Bible for some things, but the ultimate thing, heaven and hell, you're going to say they're not going to hell because they're doing something that God told them not to do.
I don't believe in the Bible. I don't.
Oh, okay. That's another subject.
You know what I mean? I don't. Because I don't believe
you're doing too much.
Clearly you don't. I don't believe in something a man wrote. I don't believe in man.
That's just what a man didn't write. A man wrote it through influence of the Holy Spirit.
Everybody can put their whole spin on something. But the books
that you study and everything is written by men.
I read it. I learned from what I learned from it, but I don't believe in the man that wrote it. No. Now, I believe in the entity that's about. Yeah.
That's a whole other subject. It's a whole other thing. I can go deep there. Okay, because my dad's a pastor. And he didn't just let us study Christianity. When we had debates with people, we knew what we were talking about. You know? So I don't
see one thing about the Bible, because you admitted to me, you said you never read it. Yeah. So you said that you don't believe a book that you never read. You would have to read it for one. And also, it proves itself. When you read it, there's no way that book came from the mind of a man.
Of course not.
On every single page.
The philosophy of it, but I mean certain little things
not even
here or there.
Let's talk about literal stuff.
Let's just talk about little stuff. Like when people, this is what I have a problem with. This is, maybe I said to the extreme. This is what I have a problem with. When people throw religion at everything that something does, like, it's ungodly to smoke weed, or it's ungodly to do this. How is that?
That's an opinion.
That's an opinion.
Okay, because God made
when you reinforce certain things into certain things, I don't agree with that. So as far as it goes, I'm going to learn it up. I'm going to read up on it. You know what I mean?
Let's go by. Let's just use Christianity. People get Christianity twisted a lot of times because Christianity does not have necessarily
3 specific topics.
Okay, let's
necessarily
go
rules. Okay. We're going to get to our topic.
Religion another day.
But it ties in everything. Our first topic that we're going to discuss right now is: should the first lady get a salary?
Yes.
Right. And that's the topic.
I'm not even... Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Mike brought that topic up. He believes the first lady should receive a salary for the duties that she performed and go on with that, Mike. Why do you feel this way?
Because it's a job. I think when you become a public figure, you have to get some type of compensation because the first lady doesn't just lay up. She has to do stuff. She may not have to do this. She's not an elected official, but she's a part of the staff. Like, she may not make all the presidential decisions, and sometimes she do. Like, you got to look at certain first ladies and what they do. Sometimes they got to go out there and campaign and do all this other stuff. Yeah, if everybody else gets compensated just because you married, I mean, you should do. It's like, you know what I mean? You might as well get what you got to get too. Now, if you're just like, if you look at it like, and I feel like when you look at it like, if somebody like, if you're just like the dude that makes all the money, you like, you don't got to work, woo woo, and you lay up.
Right. Sit down and take free stuff.
Stay free stuff. That's what it is. I don't think that she gets a salary like the president or she commands a thing. I think you get incentives here or there. But I think it's some type of compensation. Yeah,
it has to be. There has to be some type of compensation. You can't go against that. Yeah. Like, why can't she get paid for the gigs that she does? She does nothing else but help this man run the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's her whole life. She has to leave her career. Why would she not get compensated?
Because you got to think about it.
But what you said is that she gets everything for free. That should be good enough. In what world?
Okay, now my opinion on the topic is it shouldn't even been a topic because it didn't make sense to me. When I looked it up, the official. No, I'm not
talking about this. I'm just talking about overall.
I am not. No, I am not. No.
In that line a little bit.
Nope. I do not have a sexist bone in my body.
No, good and well.
Nisha, what you think?
I feel like they should get paid.
Now, the reason I don't feel like the first lady should get paid because for one, the official position, if you look it up on gov.com, is a position of honor. So,
what they have to do with money,
wait a minute. It being a position of honor means that it's not, and also does state that she's not an elected official. Now, once you brought up campaigning for her husband. You have hundreds of thousands of people that volunteer to campaign for that man. So I'm sure I'm sure his helpmate can campaign for him. The husband's salary.
Who cares about the campaign? Let's talk about 3 years in.
The president's. Let me finish. She does have what's called ceremonial duties. Ceremonial, the word ceremonial. No, you should not get paid for something that's ceremonial. No one gets paid. No one gets paid for something that's ceremonial. Also, her husband's salary is $400,000 a year. And even without the $400,000 a year, let's add all the other money that he's going to have coming in once he's president. Once you're president, you're set for the rest of your life. Now, not only is that couple set for the rest of their lives, if the first president, the daddy Bush that was president, he's real sick right now. Let's say he passed away. His wife still receives CIA protection for the rest of her life. Now, how much is that? How much is that worth? Is that about? No, I'm saying just her. Not even without the husband. Once he's dead.
Think of that position as pretty much entrepreneurship.
And
but y'all got a set.
Yeah, she can get some entrepreneurship.
Let's look at some of these first ladies. When Hillary was first lady, she was doing things. She was in there. She was running things.
And we've even had two presidents that agree with y'all. Ronald Reagan said the first lady should get paid, and Barack Obama said the first lady should get paid. That's their wives.
And they both left and right.
If you was president, you would say the same thing. Why not?
Now they said that number one, to look good for their wife, and number two, they look good for the women.
So the Bush just didn't give a damn.
That's like saying the pastor's wife should get paid.
Who wants to hang out? It's not the same because she got a job to go to in the morning. Okay,
seriously,
we're talking about somebody. This is their life.
Let's just think about it. She's chilling in the White House. She's chilling in the White House. They call her. They say, "Look, the Queen of England's coming to town, and she wants you to take her to the Giants game." She got to get up out of. Who wants to hang out with the Queen of England? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to do that? Well, we got to fly to the Philippines and meet these people. We got to go to the president of Mongolia. You got to go hang out with her and eat cockroaches and shit. Who wants to do it?
That's her life, bro.
Who wants to do it?
She chose that.
But you shouldn't get compensated for that?
No. She is compensated for that. She gets free. She has a transportation budget. She gets a clothing budget. She gets Why does everything is taken care of?
That's her job now.
That's her job.
It's a career now.
And she don't have to go in her pocket for nothing for
who cares if
the next 8 years.
Who cares if it's
at the most 4 years at the least.
Who cares if it's free though? Who cares?
That's a value.
What you mean it's a value? I'm not saying it's not. We're not talking about
when
that.
Companies figure out how much your person is being paid, back when companies used to pay for people's health care, that was included. Your vacation. So let's say that you bring your home $100,000 a year, but they will add in how much they paying for your.
So we're talking about a job, right?
But I'm saying, so that stuff was still counted as part of what you were getting.
But they was
you see what I'm saying? So her getting free clothes, free food, free transportation, free bodyguards for the rest of her life is worth what? Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year?
So I'm gonna draw that
close to $1 million, maybe.
Agree to disagree.
Oh yeah,
and obviously the nation agrees because it has never been. It's never.
But y'all was talking about me there.
It's never been.
Obviously, I'm right because the whole nation agrees with me.
No, the reason I say the nation agrees is because there's never been a serious discussion.
There's
never been a serious discussion of whether or not the first lady should get paid. Well, never.
So how do you know that the nation agrees then?
Because there's never been a serious discussion on it.
So they just automatically agree.
Have you ever seen it on any news show?
What's the next subject? Go ahead, spill it.
Y'all still the most ridiculous people I've ever met in my life.
You're ridiculous.
Y'all ridiculous.
You're in the end.
That thought is ridiculous.
Jesus
oh
Christ.
My God.
This woman is set for the rest of her damn life.
So?
Living way better than any of us.
But she still has to get up in the morning and work. Okay?
So
why not?
Okay, what do we work for?
And I'm not talking about a salary.
We work to go on vacation. We work to pay our bills. We work to pay for our kids' college. We work so our family can have financial security. She has all that.
Okay, so for the gigs that she do, she shouldn't get compensated
no,
like
because
everybody else in America does.
No, because it's ceremonial.
Everything is not ceremonial though. He wouldn't have some of the stuff that he had when it comes to women's voting or women's right if it wasn't for her. So that's, you can say that's ceremonial, but why can't she? I'm like, what?
Donald Trump is one of the most sexist presidents we ever had, but he still got women's vote.
Okay, you think
they voted because of Melania?
But do you
think they voted for him because of her weird ass?
He's in the seat he's in right now?
Absolutely not.
Okay then.
But you think Barack Obama? Yeah, it was probably women that voted for him because they love Michelle. Everybody loves Michelle. But Barack Obama had the woman's vote on his own, not just because Michelle was his wife.
I didn't say that's the definite reason because of it.
If you use an example, give me an example.
Why couldn't they?
Which president's wife pushed the woman vote more in his favor? And then you can use that as an example. If you can't name it, because you brought it up.
I brought it up as an example.
Well, it's not a good example because it's never happened.
No, it was a very good example.
Well, when it happens, it'll be a good example.
You know what? Go ahead.
Our next topic.
We can go. Yeah, we can keep moving on.
Our next topic is the shooting at CMU, Central Michigan University. And this is a topic that I brought up because I noticed that some other people picked up on it, that the media didn't really push that shooting. We don't have a lot of after story on it. What happened was a man took his father's gun and shot his mother and father on CMU's campus. Now, the reason I say that they're not pushing this story because it doesn't fit their whole agenda of gun control is because the man that shot the people were black and the two people that got shot were black. His mother and father were obviously black. And the gun was registered to his father. So he got the gun from his father's house and shot his father and mother. Now, why are they not pushing this story? That was a gun situation. It was done on campus. 2 people got killed. Why is the mainstream media not pushing this and adding this to their pot of reasons why we need stronger gun control?
One is I never heard this story, so I don't really know too much about it.
I don't know, but what you're saying, if that's correct.
Hit it, Tim.
No, go ahead. My bad, because you started.
But what you're saying, if you hit it right, I think that they hit it because it wasn't technically a school shooting like that. It was because these school shootings on the news are like mass shootings where it's a crowd of people, like hundreds of thousands of people, they're chilling, minding their business, and somebody just starts firing off in the school, being a domestic terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's when you say I feel that you're right because the agenda is the agenda is domestic terrorism. So it's like, if it's not a sign of domestic terrorism, there's a definition of that. Like, this one just seems like it's a random event. It's like they happen to live by the campus.
And it just happens.
And it just happened to happen. Mm-hmm. It just happened to be around campus grounds. Because you got to understand, campus grounds just ain't the campus. It's also the street, across the street.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them houses, that's why they say, well, drugs-free zone. You know what I mean? That's how you know it's the campus area. So it's like, it's not relative to the narrative of being a domestic terrorist.
Exactly. So if you really care about gun control, wouldn't you throw that in still, though, and say, oh, this gun was used to kill these people. We have to get rid of these guns to kill so many people.
Like that's what they're saying. Scare people. You know what I mean? Problems.
And it happened within 3 weeks.
Fear is what's going to get the guns taken away.
Yeah. And it happened within 3 weeks of the Parkland shooting. So if you're really pushing for gun control,
because that doesn't scare people. Because that's a personal crime. And it's like a crime of person. Like, these school shootings aren't a crime of person; they're a crime of terrorism. It's a terrorist attack. Is what they're trying to. It's a domestic terrorist. Like, you're shooting up a school. You're taking out a public. You're taking out a public place.
Whoever.
And that's the fear. that they're trying to push is like, I could be
at
the mall,
exactly.
and all of a sudden something at the mall happened. I'm just shopping, eating burritos and stuff, minding my business. Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm at the movie theater chilling like the dude in there. That's a domestic terrorist act. It's like a
But yeah, this is definitely personal. Like that's
so that's a personal crime. That's like it's like a crime in the hood. Like they don't get. That's only barely makes the local news. You know what I mean?
It's not like it's gonna hurt the agenda.
It's not gonna hurt. Like
gun in there.
Well, no, because actually it does help the people who are not pro gun control or stricter gun control, because we already have gun control, and that's what this story affected. The gun was registered. He got the gun from a person who had it registered, and he killed 2 people. So making stricter gun laws wouldn't have stopped that murder. Exactly. And the people who are saying we have our gun control laws are strict enough are saying stuff like that. You're not going to stop. If you got somebody crazy that want to get a gun, they're going to get a gun. Just like if you do ban guns, you are not going to stop people from getting guns.
At all.
There has not been one prohibition in America that's worked. We saw what happened with the prohibition of liquor. And
the Kennedys got rich. That's how they got their fortune.
Exactly. You know and we have a prohibition on illicit drugs right now, but America is the number 1 consumer of illicit drugs. So how's that going?
It's not.
So prohibition.
I mean, we going to the rabbit hole, so let's just get there. You know, you already know why.
Why?
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring it out in the open, discussing with you guys.
It's the biggest drug because what? The government's the one that's having that stuff sent over here. Mm-hmm. They make a law and go right behind it. So,
all right, you want to move on to the next topic?
What's the next one we got?
The next topic is this is a topic that I brought up, and I already got.
Why we was arguing when it first
started. We were arguing when it first started because of this. I got jumped all over by these 2 as usual.
Hold on, calm down. You a lie. We talking about feminism, right? I'm totally on your side on this one.
Yes, but you said why is it specifically black?
To a certain degree.
No,
the topic is should black women. The topic is should black women be feminists, and the reason I specifically said specifically black women is because of how feminism, anything that's negative affects the black community in a harsher way.
Of course.
So feminism is something that's negative overall. Me and Mickey, we both agree on that, right? Feminism is negative. So if it's already negative, once you bring it into the black community, it's going to have a harder impact on us. And I
the whole movement is so retarded. Like, why?
It is.
What is it for?
Well,
we're not equals. There's things we can do y'all can never do. You know, like I'm not your equal.
Yeah, I mean we're equal in creation. We're equal, but like you're right. There's specific things that I'm designed and created to do. Like, specific things that women are designed and created to do. So the whole feminism, and then these people, it got blown out of the water when they did a study of the brain waves of men and women, and they saw that even when it comes to thinking, men and women think differently. So that kind of killed the whole feminist statement, like, oh, we're the same inside and out. We're not. It's been proven. We even think differently. So the whole black feminism thing, like I said earlier, it has black women being party to the genocide of their own race.
Holy shit. We wasn't even going to say bring that up. Like, no, man, we're not going to I'm not even going to let you put that in there. You just threw that in there.
That's
Holy
genocide,
shit.
Bro.
No, it's not. Look,
it is. Time out. And you being a black man and not recognizing that.
Before you even try to call me out on that card, let me just say that.
That doesn't directly connect
That doesn't directly connect to that.
No,
everybody was listening to what you said. You can't randomly just throw that in there.
If that wasn't there, it would still be happening.
It would still be happening. Like, that's a whole different, that's a subcategory of something. So let me just get to my point of view about this feminism thing. Now, what is equal and what's not equal? You're right. There's certain things men can do that women can't do, and that's just what it is. It's just natural. There's certain things men can't do that women can do. It goes back and forth. However, when you say what's feminism, what's not feminism, I don't think that it depends on the degree of what you're talking about. Like when these feminists out here trying to be like
about jobs and equal pay.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's one thing.
The actual
why they do it and like the extremists, I'm not with all that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But when you break it down, like if you look at like cultures and things like that, or you look at old civilizations and stuff, you got me scared.
No, you're fine.
Okay, with some lint, huh?
No, it's Oh, okay.
No. It's like, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at, I believe there's roles that you can take and there's roles that need to be placed. Like, certain people are fit for certain things and certain people aren't. Like, so, as far as, like, equal opportunity, I'm with it. But more as, like, one's dominant over the other one like that, I'm not with it.
Yeah, they be taking it to the extreme.
Yeah, when they take it to the extreme, we're like, no, we're gonna be. That's just emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just thinking outside.
Yeah,
the box.
but the movement is emotion. It's like when you connect yourself when you connect yourself to feminism, they're not just about equal. Really, they're about smashing men and women.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just want to bash. Like if you just want to bash, that's wrong in general.
And then they use a lot of lies because even the whole equal pay thing.
And then I also,
if you go job to job, it's not really equal pay thing. Number one, women take more time off. If they choose.
What they got to do in the initial? I'm talking about the initial interview. Okay, they will pay a man more than they will pay a woman, and
That's not true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everywhere. Come on now, we're not talking about all or nothing. But I'm talking about serious corporate America. They do it. Like it's a fact. You can look it up.
Mm-hmm. Real shit. And it's like, you know, but I agree with you. This is the aspect of why I agree with you, and this is the reason why. And it's more of a positional thing. It's like when every time that there's a movement, they go and they want to get the black community to do things. When the black community needs things, you don't find these people helping the black community. So that aspect of
that's a whole nother topic.
It's the same thing. So when you say black women shouldn't be involved in the feminist movement, I look at it like that, like. Because they're not going to help you with our issues. When it comes down to it, they're like, hey, ride with us to do this. We're not, and then they're not going to ride with us to do that. So it's like, you know, hey, like when Black Lives Matter, we didn't see all these people. You know what I'm saying? But they wanted us, we was there for everybody else's little movement. When they had the big LGBT push. Black people was there for them.
I mean, it's crazy
when they had
how
that,
black people are so accepting of everybody.
Exactly. Know? So when it like comes time for us to say, hey, you know, these police is tripping. Everybody just shut the door like, well, we don't know what you're talking about.
Because black people are sheep, generally speaking.
No. What are you talking about? Y'all talking about a character of an actual race. Yeah. Like, if you bring home a white guy, like, we would be accepting of it, you know? And I'm just saying as an example, but the other way around, I'm not talking all or nothing, but most of the time, it's always something in the back of their head, like, it's a black guy.
And so I think that... So that's why I don't agree with it. I feel like that's my aspect of why I don't agree with black women to be feminists, because they're not going to do nothing for y'all when it's time for y'all to need something. You get what I'm saying? So you're just helping somebody that's not going to help you. And it's just like, that's real. And I think, that's a different, getting into that. But
and it
just created a problem with that. Like, why? Yeah. There's too much stuff going on in the world.
Because, nobody, when it comes to it, you need people to ally with us, but it's just like, okay, well, we need people to ally with us, but you can't just ally yourself out and then everybody shuns the door when it's your war to go. And that's just how it's been since, like, forever. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that, that aspect of why. That's my why I don't agree with it. But, like, some other things, certain different levels of the shit, I might agree with it. But, like, that's my general be like, nah. You know what I mean? That's like, the neighbor be like, you run his trash out for him every day. And he's like, hey, man, you know what I mean? Can you run mine? He act like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that to people. And that's what I think. That's why I don't think black people should really align themselves with movements and things like that at all.
Well, that's a whole different topic, guys.
Yeah, that's a whole
yeah.
Because the shit that you're talking about is just sheer fucking craziness. That's why I wanted to say that. Because the genocide thing, that's a whole different subcategory.
No, because it's all connected.
That's like...
No, it's not.
War profiteering.
One can live without the other.
War profiteering.
But there's a lot of stuff leading to why.
The whole genocide of the black man in America includes abortion. It includes the law system. Brothers going to prison.
It includes feminism. Like, that's not the main ones.
It's not. It is one of the main ones now. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You can't just ignore something.
The mindset of people. We're talking about just feminism itself.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about black feminists. And not to mention I was used to tear black men down when they make a mistake, or if they just decide that they wanted to assassinate this brother's character. Here comes a quote-unquote black feminist professional woman on TV tearing the brother down.
I totally agree. Never stop agreeing with you on that. But we're talking about how you said it's a genocide.
Damn, Mike. That's what happened to Mike and Robin Givens. Boy, that's damn 60 minutes.
Exactly.
That was cold game.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What happened?
The Mike Tyson, Robin Givens, and his mama, when they did that interview, they was just talking a gang of mess about him, and he just sat there like...
They had him all doped up on antidepressants.
Were they lying though?
Yes. She said that Mike Tyson beat her on national TV.
Mike Tyson was talking dudes out in 5 seconds or less.
It's this dude in New York. I can't remember his name. Him and Mike Tyson got into it, and Mike Tyson punched him out, barefisted. The next time you saw this dude on the news, his whole face was swollen. If Mike Tyson punched Robin Givens, she would be dead right now.
Punched with all her might, but you know, I mean,
Mike Tyson did not punch Robin Givens.
I don't know if he did or not. Look, I can't.
No, I know Mike Tyson did not punch Robin Givens.
He probably slapped her around a little bit.
She said he punched her.
He said he punched her.
She said he punched her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe he.
Robin Givens is 110 pounds.
I know, she's so
I think it's 110 pounds. You know, so she would be dead. Augusta Wing could kill Robin Givens. You know what I'm saying? At that time.
Bro, I used to have the biggest crush on her, but I've never seen her the same ever since that, dog.
That was crazy.
That was out.
That was crazy. I was out of line. And then, who else they could do that to?
We getting way off topic. Listen, y'all just once again won't dig deeper.
Who won't dig deeper?
Neither one of y'all will dig deeper.
I'm probably the deepest one out of here.
If you don't,
hold up. Can you be real or no? That's what.
So the motion coming in.
That's not emotion. It's facts.
That's not
facts.
No.
Yes, it is.
You don't know how deep my
definitely
is.
Hold up. One, you can't even speak on it because all roads lead to everywhere with you. Okay, so that's not what I'm talking about.
Mrs. Subjective Law over there.
Right.
Subjective law, huh?
No, you are not the deepest.
That's why.
Because you have to dig pretty deep to see the correlation of feminism and how it's part of the genocide of the black community.
It's part. You didn't say that.
Oh my God! Yes, I did.
No,
I said it's one of the causes. I said it's one of the causes. So it's on recording.
Okay,
I said you can't just take one cause and take that as way. I said if you got more
before it start playing.
I said if you have more than one cause that's causing the disease, and you can stop one of the causes, you don't say, "Well, we're not going to stop that cause. We have to stop it all at one time." I didn't say that.
He was like, "It created not even." Created,
I never used the word created.
I'm saying.
My exact words were, "It has women playing a part."
No, you didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I said it has black women playing a part in the genocide of their own people.
What did he say?
I ain't been listening.
Okay, now we don't know.
I said it has black women playing a part in the genocide of their own community.
I know before we started this recording, you didn't say that.
I promise you.